Hello and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas on Nyxus Gaming. When last we left off, we had finished up in the Atomic Wrangler Casino by getting some new workers, some new prostitutes for them. Got a suave talker, a ghoul cowgirl, and a sex bot, who I'm pretty sure wasn't for the actual customers, but I won't judge. I won't judge old James over there. Today, we're gonna meet the man himself, the king of Freeside, the king. I feel like that was a little redundant. But anyways, he's the king, he's based off Elvis. And let's go and talk to him, see what he's about. We have Pacer, a familiar face.
What do we have here? Another petitioner for the king?
Who's the king?
Who's the king? You believe this asshole, man? In Freeside, the kings rule. And the king rules the kings, got it?
Yeah, I guess I should see the king.
Anything's possible, I suppose. How much is it worth to you to meet the big man?
I'm new in town and wanted to pay my respects.
You know what? I like you. Half the people around here, they forget who runs this place. Head on through. The king's the bored-looking guy by the stage. Can't fucking miss him.
Alright, and here we go. We have the king and his cyber dog Rex.
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us. Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately. I'm the king. What can I do for you?
I was hoping you might have some work for me, but do you always charge people to come talk to you?
Charge? Pays must be at it again. What did he take you for?
Nothing. I talked my way in.
Pace must be losing his touch. Either that or you're a smooth one. So, what can I do for you?
You have some work?
Maybe so. Maybe so. You look like you might be able to handle yourself. Tell you what, you do me a favor, and I'll have some more work for you when it's done. Sound good?
What do you need me to do?
I'll start you off with something easy. Did you notice the bodyguards for hire near the gates when you entered Freeside?
I did.
It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Freeside's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my man told me that one of those bodyguards, a fellow named Oris, is making a little too much money. He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. I want you to find out why. Specifically, I want you to hire him. Play the part of an innocent tourist and follow his lead. If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't go so smoothly. Call it a hunch. So, what do you say?
Why can't your men look into this?
I've tried, but he can smell a king a mile away. Probably knows all our faces by now. He's not a stupid man, I'll give him that. What I need is someone he won't recognize, which makes you perfect. So are you gonna take the job or what?
Why are you interested?
You may have noticed that some of those guards out there are kings too. I'm just looking out for my men. I'm not trying to get some kind of unfair advantage. I just want a level playing field for my boys. So, what do you say?
Yeah, sure, you seem like a cool dude.
Okay then. Once you part ways, return here. I'll look forward to hearing your report. Oh, and take this to cover the hiring cost.
And there we go. We now have the job from the king himself to go check out Oris. Now I gotta remember where Oris is. That's right, he's down this way. Way at the end of this street. And we're basically gonna let him escort us and keep an eye out for anything suspicious.
Making Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
I still hate those criers, man. They're the only bad thing about this town. I love Freeside in general. I love the king. The kings are probably one of my favorite factions in the game, honestly. And I love all the people here. But those criers are fucking annoying, dude. Honestly. This is Oris here.
If you need to cross Freeside, no one will keep you safer than I will.
Why do I need a bodyguard?
Just look around. People here are as like to stab you as say hello. That is, if I weren't at your side.
How much?
200 caps gets you my watchful eye for a trip to the South Gate.
What if I'm not going to the South Gate?
Sorry, but all the people with real money are heading for the Strip, so that's the way I go. You want to go somewhere else? Hire one of these losers.
Okay, I'll hire you.
Done and done. I want to mention a few things up front. In order to ensure your safety, I need you to follow my instructions to the letter. We'll be heading down the main street here the whole way down. No detours. You go off sightseeing, and I go off to find another customer. I'll keep a brisk pace, so try not to fall behind. Now let's head out.
Alright, so it seems he's pretty strict on his route already. Won't let you take any detours or anything. Follow his instructions to the letter.
Hey, you're the one who's been going.
Yeah, I know. I'm helping people, and you're giving me free stuff.
You get roughed up, the followers there will patch you right up. Not that I ever need their services.
Oh yeah, this guy's kind of cocky.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Nick and Ralph's.
He likes to give little commentary of stuff as we pass it. Nothing suspicious so far.
Down to the right here is the fun part of town. You haven't seen Freeside till you've been to the Wrangler.
Oh, I've been to the Wrangler, dude. I've been to the Wrangler.
Hey, slow down. I don't like the look of some of those men ahead. Let's take a different way around.
And this is where things get a little suspicious. You have those men up there that he doesn't want us to pass, so we take a little detour. And you'll notice, as we go around this corner, he's gonna pull his gun out and speed up a good bit. Keep you just in the dust. And he shoots these guys.
Nothing to worry about. If you had hired one of those other hacks, you'd be up to your ass in lowlife right about now.
If you have the high enough intelligence, you can notice he fired 3 shots, and there are 4 dead bodies there.
Noticed that, did you? I keenly aimed one of the shots through some soft tissue of one of them to hit the man behind him. That's an interesting theory you've got there. I'd suggest you keep it to yourself. Let's get moving.
And if you have the barter, you can extort him. Because you're calling him on his
Take my
bullshit.
chances and kill you right here, but you may be right. Here, take this. Don't think this is over, though. I'll have that money back, out of your hide if I have to.
And yeah, we now have proof. If you want, you can check the corpse if you have medicine 30. A quick study shows that the thug is still alive and merely pretending to be dead. He didn't even actually kill any of these guys. So he's clearly faking this whole thing for repeat business.
Well, here we are. No worse for wear, are you? I trust that if you need to cross Freeside again, you'll know who to hire.
Yeah, not you, dude. Not you. So yeah, he's faking his route. That way people think he's a badass. And he's clearly not. I mean, you're the fucking courier, the main character of the game, and you can't even kill 2 people with 1 bullet, so, something's a little fucky there. But yeah, now that you have your, evidence that he's faking everything, you can go ahead and head back to the king. Don't mind the gunshots there, it was probably some thug. Some real thug trying to attack us. King isn't in his seat there anymore. He's going to be probably up in his room on the top floor. So you want to take these stairs and head all the way up. I can't remember where the next stairs are. So I'm going to be a little lost. Is it over here? It's over here. These are the stairs. He has a bunch of groupies around. Oh, not that room. It is in here.
What do you have for me?
He's a fraud.
So that's how it happens. Okay then, I'll have some guys pull him off the street when no one's looking. You've shown me something, so maybe you can help me with a matter that's a little more important. A lot of folks around these parts who've been here a while resent the sheer number of people that have come into the area since the strip was built. In turn, the newcomers, most of whom come from the NCR, have gotten ornery from being resented. Sometimes things get violent. This is one of those occasions. Recently, a few friends of mine were attacked, and I want you to find out who did it. Word's come that they just woke up over at the old Mormon fort just north of here. Head on over, see if they remember anything.
Alright, I'll head over right away.
Good. I like that enthusiasm. Return when you have some information we can use.
And now it's back to the old Mormon fort.
Hi.
And yeah, we're just doing jobs for the king now. It does have a pretty good payoff at the end, trust me. It's actually your choice what the payoff is too. There's a few different things you can do. So I like that part. I'm not 100% sure which one I want to do though. I guess I should figure that out before the end. It'll be fine though. I know there's one that I'm definitely not gonna do. I think there's another that I won't do. It's pointing towards just one that I'll probably do.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed
And
to
it seems
sell,
useless,
people.
but
Only at
hey,
Nick and Ralph's.
it might be worth it to you. Like I said, they're my favorite faction, so that's probably the one I'm gonna do. Go ahead and head on into the Mormon fort here. And where, I can't remember if we talked to Julie or to his buddies in here. We talked to his buddies in here. We got Ferris and Roy.
What is it? Can't you see I want to be left alone with my friend here? Oh, that's different then. How can I help? I'll do anything to get the bastards that did this.
What can you tell me?
Well, it happened at night, around 11. We'd recently made some caps off a bit of scrap we found and wanted to invest it wisely. As we were leaving the Wrangler, we must have taken a wrong turn and ended up in the squatter side of town. From out of nowhere, these big guys show up and start barking questions at us, wanted to know if we were locals. The kid there's about as proud as a local around here gets, and started yelling back at him. Then all hell broke loose. Kid got the worst of it, sad to say.
Do you remember anything?
They were big guys, young too. No old geezers like me. Hell, none of them looked even half my age. I was mostly face down in the dirt, begging for my life when it happened, so I only got a quick look at them. I hope you find the bastards that did this. If you want, try asking my friend Wayne over there about him. He saw more than I did.
Alright, so we have Roy,
It's okay, the king sent him.
and we have Wayne here, who we completely missed.
That true? Did the king really send you?
He did.
I don't really know what else I can add. They were a bunch of guys, better dressed than most Freesiders, I guess. That help?
Every bit helps. Thanks.
Sorry I couldn't help more, especially since you're being so nice. Hey, wait, I just remembered something. I might have heard one of the guys that attacked us call another by name. We had just about had it when one of them said, "Hey Lou, we gotta go." At least I think he said Lou. Might have been something else. Now that I think of it, he said Lou something. Something with a T. Tenant, that's what he called him. Lieutenant.
He probably
Lieutenant.
said Lieutenant, Wayne. The boy means well, but he's dumb as a mutant sometimes.
Lieutenant. So that's a pretty good indication. What kind of organization do we have in this game that uses military ranks like that? We have the NCR. So it appears that these guys might have been attacked by the NCR. Which is a... I saw what you were doing there, kid. He was doing it. He was eating the rat. He tried to eat the rat. Yeah, I told you guys, I'm not crazy. I am not crazy. They do eat the rat. But anyways, yeah. The NCR is attacking Freeside residents, apparently. So let's go report this to the king and see what he wants us to do. If it was during the day, he'd probably be over in that room there, but since it's not, he's going to be way up here. Which takes a little bit of time to get up to, but it's not too bad, especially now that I know where I'm going, you know? But yeah, this is where this quest gets a little sticky if you're trying to work with the NCR. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm kind of a wild card right now.
Or were you just here to chat?
They were attacked by soldiers. One was identified by rank.
Bunch of soldier boys, huh? They usually don't come around these parts since their big base is on the other side of the strip. If they're coming over here now, it's gotta be for a reason. I didn't want to believe the rumors that they're looking to take over Vegas, but now, if something big is going down, I'm sure rumors of it will have spread. Ask around, particularly in the squatter areas where the NCR folk hang. You might also mosey on over to the Mormon fort and chat Julie Farkas up. The followers tend to be in the know about these things. Just don't ask her what to do about it. She'll probably ask you to hug someone or something.
Alright, so he's directing us to Julie Farkas and the squatter camps. And we already kind of know Julie, so let's go see what she has to say about all this. So it's right back to the Mormon camp. There's a lot of back and forth at this point in the quest. It's not too bad, but it can get a little long because of it. I'm hoping I can still finish this up in about 30 minutes maybe. We'll see. I do want this to be one part, so if I go over, it's no big deal. I won't split it up at all. It'll just be a longer episode for you guys. We're at about 17 minutes right now, so it should turn out fine. The Mormon fort is right here. The squatter camp is over on the other side, I believe, so it's on the way. She'll probably be in the little tower area, sleeping. Yep. Should be right up here in her bed. This is the second time I'm waking her up.
Welcome back, friend.
Do you know anything about the NCR soldiers? Also, do I have
Great.
medical
What do you
supplies? I don't want to get rid of my right away. Never mind.
Only a little. A friend of mine, Major Elizabeth Kieran, has been handing out supplies to the poor a little west of here. What about it? I know something's got them riled up, but I've been too busy with other matters to really look into it. If you're looking into the matter, talk to Elizabeth. She's in charge of the operations here in Freeside, though she won't open up to you right away. If Elizabeth holds out on you, tell her that I sent you. She should be a little more forthcoming if you mention my name. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
So now we have a lead about this Elizabeth Kieran, who we have no idea where she is. We haven't really seen any NCR in Freeside, really. But apparently they are here, and they're being led by this Elizabeth Kieran person. So let's head over to one of these squatter camps next and see if we can find out what's going on. I think the one we want to talk to is right over here, like I said, just past the Mormon fort. And there's going to be a little quiz here to test your Fallout knowledge of the NCR. You have Grex here, and just past him. Excuse me? Where are you going? I need to talk to you. Guys, please, guys. What are you doing? Dude. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's me trying to talk to him. Are they really running all the way over here to kill this guy? Dude. Please. He's literally on the other side of town. Rex, you're gonna get yourself killed. Yeah, that's right. Let us handle it. Arcade, get out of the way. Wrong button. So that was kind of annoying, but it looks like he is walking back now. And we should be able to talk to him.
You look like a person in need of a good meal. You wouldn't happen to be an NCR citizen, would you?
I sure am.
Now, it's not that I don't believe you, but I'm gonna have to give you a little quiz to verify your citizenship status. That okay with you?
Lay it on me.
That's a good attitude. I'm sure you'll do fine. These are just a few questions that just about anyone in the NCR would know. Alright, here we go. First question. Who was the most popular president in NCR history? Peterson, Tibbet, Kimball, or Tandy?
That would be Tandy from Fallout 1 and
Okay,
2.
second question. What was the original name of the NCR capital? Aradesh, Shady Sands, the Boneyard, or Vault 13?
So, this one I'm a little confused about, because I know the town was originally Shady Sands, but I think the capital is actually Aradesh. I think. It is... I'm totally not looking up the answer right now, by the way. Totally not. Because I know that it is 100% going to be Shady Sands, just like I thought.
Right. Fine then, last question. What animal is on the NCR's flag? A two-headed bear, an eagle, a two-headed snake, or a two-tailed lion?
And that is a two-headed bear.
Good. You passed with flying colors. I told you it'd be fine. I expect you're wanting to know about that meal then, huh? We're located up by the old train station in the northwest part of town. Just tell the guards Hope, and they'll let you through. Best of luck to you.
I can't remember what Aradesh is. Aradesh is a... That's not a town at all, actually. Aradesh is a Tandy's father, I think. The first... No, I don't think Aradesh was actually a president of the NCR.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to
Because I think Tandy was the first one. But Aradesh was definitely her father. And the leader of Shady Sands before it became the NCR. So I was getting a little confused over nothing there. Yeah, it's definitely Shady Sands. See guys, I knew what I was talking about. I didn't look up the answer. Are you kidding me? Who would do that? People who don't know their Fallout, definitely. They would be the ones to do that. Anyways, remember this building here that I told you would be important in a later quest? Now there are suddenly NCR guys here. They talk about NCR all around this town, but they aren't actually here until you do this quest.
Hello? Hold up. What's the password?
What is the password? I just need to see Major Kieran.
If you're here to see the Major, then I suppose it's alright. Head on through.
Yeah, if you have the high speech, you don't even have to take the quiz. You can just do that. And you get XP from doing that, so it's a much better alternative.
I hope this helps.
And this is Elizabeth Kieran.
Welcome. There's food and water here for any citizen of the NCR. Please, have some.
Are you with the military?
Yes. I'm a major in the Supply Corps, which is where this food and water comes from.
Thanks for the food.
You're quite welcome. If you meet anyone who needs food or water in the area, please tell them about this place. Yes? Was there something else you needed?
Do you serve the locals?
No, I'm afraid we don't. Don't you have a friend you wanted to bring in?
Yes, but I'm afraid he wouldn't get served.
You were right. But here, take another helping for your friend. It'll be our secret. Yes? Was there something else you needed? Like I said before, we don't. And I'm not inclined to discuss why.
Julie told me to ask.
You know Julie? Not everyone in the NCR sees eye to eye with the followers, but they're okay in my book, mostly because of her. If you really want to know, we sent an envoy to the king, offering to coordinate the relief effort.
And the king refused?
In a manner of speaking. Our envoy was brutally beaten and only barely survived. My superiors ordered the relief mission scrapped. I managed to get clearance to carry out the mission anyway, but with greatly reduced support. Now there's not enough supplies to go around, even if I wanted to serve the rest of Freeside, which I don't. That's all in the past now. I should get back to work. Say hi to Julie for me.
So it appears that the NCR sent an envoy to the king, and the NCR was the one that was beaten, versus the king's men getting beaten by a lieutenant. So it seems like there's some conflicting stories here. Very interesting. We'll go ahead and take this shortcut to the other street here, Fremont Street, I believe it's called. And we're gonna relay this information to the king and see what he thinks about it. Because something's definitely a little fucky here. We already knew that the kings and the NCR didn't really like each other.
You want someone dead?
But now we're hearing about open violence between the two. So something's going on, and we're here to get to the bottom of it.
Well, hey there. I heard that NCR soldier lady told you some wild story about them sending a messenger to us to work out some deal. That's bullshit, and it's nothing to bother the king with. More like they sent someone to spy on us and he wasn't tough enough to last in Freeside. So do everyone a favor and keep your mouth shut about it, okay?
What's my silence worth to you?
You're a bastard after my own heart. Here, this should do it.
That's a good start.
Fine, here's some more. But you better keep your mouth shut. I'm out of here. Got some important business to take care of.
So it seems Pacer is being an asshole about something. So I don't mind extorting money from him and then telling the king anyway.
Find out something about them soldier boys yet?
Yes, sir.
Handing out supplies? Like food and stuff? That ain't nothing to get ruffled over. You find anything else? Ah, that would explain the goons. They're here to keep people like my friends away from the food. That ain't something I support. No, sir. Wait a minute. They said what? Huh, that would explain why they're all riled at us. Seems like we have a big misunderstanding. What the hell?
King, we've got problems.
Lay it on me. What's going on?
There's a shootout going down near the train station. It's Pacer and some strangers. Might be NCR.
What is that fool doing? I need you to head out there and try to defuse the situation. Tell them I'm willing to cooperate.
And now it seems that Pacer is continuing to be the jackass he is, and he's started a shootout with the NCR that we now have to go defuse. This guy just keeps getting better and better the longer you stay in Freeside. From going over to harass you at your innocent job at the Van Graffs,
We've got stuff we're not even allowed
to trying to make you pay to see the king, to telling you to not tell the king anything about what's going on, to now starting an open shootout against the NCR, which we can hear over here by the train tracks. As we walk up, none of them are going to be hostile to us, which is a good thing. We see Pacer over here just ducking in cover, not able to move because he's just terrible. We can't even talk to him. No, you don't. I'm here to save your ass. As you approach, they're gonna stop shooting at you.
You there, keep your hands where we can see him. Draw a weapon and we will fire.
Okay, so I can never do this right the first time. So I don't have a weapon drawn. So I think I'm good to just walk up. Okay, I'm good. Also, they didn't stop shooting at me. That was a lie.
This isn't really a good time. What did you want? Like he helped the envoy we sent? No thanks. Then he should watch his back. We know for a fact that the envoy made it to their headquarters. Still, if the king's willing to deal with us, perhaps we can work something out. I'll tell my men to stand down.
And we have now defused the situation and can go back to see the king. Tell him it's all taken care of. Pacer is just making a mess of things here. Like, I count 4 dead kings.
The king just sent a messenger over, saying these guys are off limits. He's probably already heard about what you did here. Looks like you get to be a hero. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Oh, I will, dickhead. I will. I honestly, between Pacer and the Criers, this Freeside isn't as great as I thought it was, but I mean, I still love it. This is still one of my favorite areas in the game. You can't change my mind on that. Like, I've been enjoying this session thoroughly. There isn't any intense, stressful fighting in it. And there's just so much to do, so many people to meet. The best faction in the game here. The king, one of my favorite characters. I just love it, dude. I can't stop praising this area. But yeah, now that that's done, we can go talk to the king.
I heard all about what happened. Maybe it's time for a little more talking and a little less fighting. You've helped us plenty, so I'll tell you what. Just this once, name whatever you want, and if I can make it happen, it's done. Don't rush it, though. Toss it around in your head a little. You only get one favor from the king.
Alright, so we have a favor from the
Things have been a
king.
lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, what can I do for you?
We can talk to him about a few different things, talk to him about the building.
Near as I can tell, it's some sort of religious institution. Oh, I know it says school out front, but everything in here seems to be related to the worship of some guy from back in the day. People used to come here to learn about him, to dress like him, move like him, to be him. If that's not worship, I don't know what is. Not a whole lot to tell. There were only a few books left in here when we found it, and those were rotted away. There were some posters left that were pretty well preserved, which is how we know all this stuff was based on the same guy. The thing of it is, we don't even know what his name was. All the posters just referred to him as the King. Well, that and the giant sign outside. This place could have been the King's House of Dog Chow, and I still would have taken the name. But I like to think I keep the memory alive. As far as we can tell, the guy that built this place was considered the coolest of the cool, and taught other people how to be more like him. People would come all around to learn how to sing, dance, dress, and even speak the way he did. Something like that, yeah. There were some working tapes here when we first got here, so we know what he sounded like. Sadly, they stopped working a few years back, so I sold them to a junk merchant who was passing through. Otherwise, I'd play some for you. All the outfits you see my guys wearing around were originally found in here too, along with more hair gel than you can shake a stick at. Sure thing. What'd you have in mind?
So yeah, this was a building dedicated to impersonating Elvis Presley, the king. And they just kind of found it, thought that people worship this guy, and they started impersonating him too.
I got Rex here from a salvager a few years ago. He was a little dinged up when I got him, but one of the followers fixed him right up. He's been acting peculiar for some time now. I took him to the followers and had him checked out, and they said his brain is bad or something. No, they said they don't have the tools to help him. For now, but they said eventually he's gonna get worse. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Maybe. If you found a way to help my poor Rex here, I'd be much obliged. Your best bet will be to talk to Julie Farkas over at the old Mormon fort north of here. Maybe you'll have better luck than I did. Understand, Freeside? You have to look back a few years. Originally, we were all just tribes making a living in this area. That all changed when Mr. House came around. He made an offer to the 3 biggest tribes that were willing to listen to him. Today, everyone calls those tribes the 3 families, and they live in luxury and run their own casinos in the Strip. The rest of us were left to fight over the crumbs, living in the shadow of those more fortunate. Things got pretty nasty for a while, but we wanted more, a place of our own, a place where no one could tell us what to do, and we didn't want to go elsewhere to find it. So we took control of this place and made it our own. That's really all Freeside is, the best of a bad situation. We're different than other gangs, and not just because we dress better. We're not just a group of thugs looking for our next fight. The Kings are about an idea, you see, where every man is free to follow his own path, do his own thing, where every man is a king in his own right. We've tried to pass our philosophy on to the people of Freeside, but not everyone is ready to be a king. The kids love us, but the old-timers tend to shy away and keep to themselves, and they probably couldn't pull off the look anyway. As for the others, some people just plain don't respect others, and that's a no-no. If there's one thing I won't tolerate, it's lack of respect. Sure thing. What'd you have in mind? Pace? He and I grew up together around here. We've been through a lot together. There's no man I'd rather have at my side in a pinch. Don't judge him too harshly for trying to get some caps out of you. He probably took you for a squatter, looking for a place to settle down. There have been a lot of people moving into the area lately, and it's got some people riled. Can't blame them myself. There's only so much to go around. There's me, but I don't really like talking about myself. There's Julie Farkas and the other followers down at the old Mormon fort. The Garrett twins up at the Wrangler deserve mention. Wouldn't be right not mentioning the Van Graffs, I suppose. And while they're not important in the overall scheme of things, there's Mick and Ralph, too. Just don't tell them I said that. Who all did you want to know about? Julie represents the followers of the Apocalypse. They're a group that tries to help people out whenever they can, so we get along just fine. If you ever need to get patched up, one of their docs will have you right as rain in no time flat. They sell supplies, too, or used to. Heard they were having trouble bringing stuff in, or keeping up with the demand, or something lately. Did you want to know about anyone else? Them twins run the Atomic Wrangler, the only working casino here in Freeside. It's become pretty much the place to go around these parts. Give it a whirl when you've got some time. Now, was there anyone else you wanted to know about? They're a family-run business from out west that deal in weapons mostly. A word of caution, though, they're not a friendly bunch. Not at all. Their store is just past the Wrangler and sells all kinds of fancy weapons that most people around here can't afford. Anyone else you wanted to know about? Mick and Ralph sell all sorts of things at a small store over by the East Gates. They've done all right by us, and they'll do all right by you. You want to know about anyone else? Sure thing. What'd you have in mind?
And that about does it for all the things you can ask him about. You can ask him about this favor he owes you.
Ask away.
And you get a bunch of options. You can join the Kings as a favor. He can get Ralph to make you a fake passport for free to get into the Strip. He can give you 1,000 caps. And if you save it for later, if you're working for the NCR, you can have a peaceful resolution with the NCR in their main quest. But that's not really wanted or needed at this point, so I'm gonna use it for something else. I don't want to use it for just some caps, although I think that's a much better option than the Strip one, because I think you get 1,000 caps and then you can use 500 of it to pay Ralph to make you a passport, which that leaves you with 500 and basically gets that option for free. But I'm honestly just gonna ask to join the Kings.
Normally, we don't let outsiders join, but I think I can make an exception in your case. I like one of the guys spread the word. From this day forward, you're one of us, and no one in Freeside will mess with you if they know what's good for them. In addition, if you want to do something about that hair of yours, talk to Sergio. I'll let him know you're coming. Perhaps more importantly, you've earned the right to wear something a little more stylish. Here, wear it proudly.
And there we go. We have dealt with the Kings and did their quest, probably the main quest in Freeside to do. And I think that about does it for Freeside, honestly. Now, next episode, we're gonna go back and actually do a different quest. We got that Nothing But a Hound Dog quest too for Rex, but we won't be doing that now. We're gonna go back and we're actually gonna finish the You Can Depend on Me quest from the Crimson Caravan Company. If you remember, they wanted us to go into the Atomic Wrangler and convince one of their guys to quit. But like I said, we'll be doing that next episode. This has been a long episode already. I don't want it to drag on. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. This has been Nyxus Gaming. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.